Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over Bitcoin and obviously too the NASDAQ here is into a moonshot. Okay. I'm going to go over this and stress this again. It looks like a potential, according to the algos, a topping pattern. End of the year, going into the beginning of next year, 2024. Okay. Kind of like Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is not as, if you will, not as bullish. Still have targets up there, 36. It's still on the weekly, staying right on top of that 9-period moving average. Everything's looking pretty darn good for Bitcoin, finishing up this correction. And let me see. Let me go to a daily chart for you real quick, guys. Daily chart. You can clearly see with Bitcoin right here, guys. That's a your triangle pattern. So it's sitting there in a triangle. I think it's going to break down to according to that pattern, it's 28.7, 28.6. Could go a little bit lower. You might hit, it might wick down maybe low, high 27s is a potential too, guys. So, and then I'm looking for a reversal for Bitcoin to continue on this weekly trend. It looks like it's going to be going into late September, maybe October or something like that. Take a look at the the NASDAQ. Yeah, the NASDAQ would probably be generally the same thing. So everything looks good. So I'm getting ready for that trade on Bitcoin and the long trade. Now, here's what I'm going to be expecting with Bitcoin, okay? Let's go over here to a weekly chart. So the bears have a case. Let me see. Bearish divergence, right at resistance. So anybody who's a perma bear is sitting right on there on top of Bitcoin with their shorts, big time. And also, too, what's probably going on over here, guys, okay? Now, the media is coming in. People are getting really, really uber bullish in the cryptocurrency market, talking about 100K Bitcoin and 150K and 175K Bitcoin. Not on this leg. Not on this leg. More than likely, it's not going to happen, guys. Think about this. This is going to go up, peak on the NASDAQ, S&P 500, right? And it's going to come up and peak. So what do you think the next event will probably be at that point? Now, you got a few months down the road. I'm not trying to stir any, negativity, FUD or anything like that. It's just reality. Don't be optimistic, but don't be super optimistic, okay? So what's going on over here, too, with this massive resistance level, in my opinion, are not only the bears jumping on top of there right now, making sure that that's going to come down, the best of their effort they're going to give. See, the bears also, too, what they have to their advantage are all the folks are over here getting the same narrative. When Bitcoin was over here, being told it's going to 100K, and they're trapped long-term in Bitcoin. So what a lot of them over here are doing is they're like, it's up to 30. Doesn't look like it's probably going to bust beyond there because maybe that's what they believe or et cetera. Maybe some of them are just keep on holding. Long-term holder. I'm not talking about long-term holder, but the ones that are over here and just getting out. So it's having this massive resistance in this area. Now, on this move, if Bitcoin gets up to the 31, 32, my first initial target's 33, 34, and then potentially 36, gets up and over that and back test that, it'll probably do a quick shot to 36. So if you think about this leg right here it was like 7 days, guys, like 7, 8, 12 days. This was like maybe 30 days, and this was like 30 days too. So it's going to be quick. The behavior is probably going to be the same as it was in the past. Up quick, correction, up quick, correction, up quick, correction, up quick, correction. Except in this area is an area where you're going to want to be cautious in this long trade, guys. Once it gets up there, it's going to get that resistance, and you're going to see it get up and over that, and then start doing that shot up. Okay, on the bullish side. Also, be aware of the downside risk. If you're in a trade, downside risk should be your main priority first. And then potential upside we're going to get to. Okay, guys. So that's how I'm looking at it with Bitcoin. Otherwise, it looks pretty decent. It's just doing a normal correction. That 50% is the 28.2. So it could definitely tag that too, guys, and come right on top of this fair value gap. That's right on top. Fill that gap and then come on top of that gap, or it could even do a half fill down to 27.8. Okay, a half fill on that gap too, guys. So looks pretty good. For Bitcoin, in my opinion, it's going to probably be another wait for, it could be as long as a week, maybe even 10 days or more, guys. Who knows? Now, I'm going to go over altcoins. Now, this excludes DigiByte, XRP, XLM, and maybe a few other coins that are bullish out there or in the Telegram box. So, oh, and MTV. Guy was on my channel, man. Okay. This is coming up. You're probably going to get another shot out there in August or sometime like that, guys. It already hit that 19, 20 cents. No fib targets. So there might be another spike up to a little bit higher than that on that MTV multivac, guys. So I want to go over some ones. I want to go over Cardano. I'm starting to see a lot of bullishness on Cardano, guys. Cardano is in a peculiar situation, guys, like Solana. It's actually weaker than Solana, in my opinion. Let's go here to Cardano on a daily chart. I think, yeah, no, I didn't have it. Let me go to a 2-day chart to get a little bit better view what's going on here with Cardano, guys. Okay. So the deal is here, man. In my opinion, this is just taking this chart, look at it on logarithmic, or let me go to a linear chart for Cardano. All right, so down here at the bottom, Cardano, right? You see this 200 SMA? Cardano clearly needs to get up and over that, okay? Before we start thinking about bullish activity with Cardano. Could that have been a low? It very well could have, guys. But you know, you want to be careful of some things going on right here when this is going to come up. Now, how high is Cardano going to go in this bounce? Don't know. It should get it. I mean, you would think a bullish asset, if it's bullish, and this is going to be some sort of C leg corrective wave or 1, 2, and this is supposed to be the 3. However you want to label that as bullish, this move should be bullish. Like an asset like Cardano should be able to go from 24 cents to 55 or 60 cents. No problem. No problem. If you don't see that above this 200 SMA, definitely start questioning things here. But it's coming up to a peak, right? Bitcoin on a weekly could be doing something similar into this area on a weekly, coming up into a peak, same amount of time. And then Cardano needs to be up to these areas. If it's not, if it's just going to do a test to this 200 SMA, guys, that's not going to be good for Cardano, guys. It's just not. Now, I'm not saying it's going to drop like a rock, but it's not going to be doing anything. So here's another example of just the opposite of what you would have looked for on Cardano at this point. Over here, March of 2020, okay? And then you see it, how it penetrated the 200 SMA over here, boom, and it came back down, did touch it, and it stayed above it in this area. So you had all this time over here to get yourself ready for Cardano. That's a period of March of 20 to September 25 and December, almost a year right in that area, guys. And so you got plenty of time over here, okay, with Cardano. I don't think you're going to miss anything. I don't think, you know, like the difference between 25 cents and 30 cents, or maybe, you know, potentially even targets down to 20 cents. But this is going to be the key area you want to check right here with Cardano, okay? What's it going to do? Is it going to come right to it, bust through it, or is it going to get rejected, okay? I want to just put that out there because I think the altcoin market is losing a lot of liquidity, guys. A lot of money is leaving the altcoins and going to Bitcoin and going to Tether. I'm going to keep repeating that over and over again. You're going to get some bounces when Bitcoin is going to be in this area and make that move up there. You're going to get some bounces in the altcoin markets. They're going to be meager, feeble bounces. Now, remember I said excluding XRP, XLM, maybe Digibyte, and a few other coins that are out there. But a lot of these other ones are going to be meager bounces, okay? I'm waiting for Kusama to be one of them to do a meager bounce. I was looking at it. Kusama is trading at $23 right now. I was thinking, you know, $28 to $30 it could bounce to maybe. It doesn't look like it's even going to make that. It's looking like maybe $25 on a Kusama bounce, guys. Guys, we're talking about Kusama here. Do you know how much Kusama bounces, how bullish that asset is? It's just going away. So getting into Kusama after this Bitcoin run over here, right? In this area, and there's going to be some assets that are going to drop significantly, in my opinion, Kusama being one of them, Rune going to be another one that I'm looking at. I have a laundry list of coins. Bitcoin Cash, BNB is still a questionable one right there that I'm looking at. Kcoin, they need to do a bounce my opinion. But there's various other ones out there that I think is going to be they're, when Bitcoin's going into that correction, they're going to just be going down, guys. Going down. They're what I think could possibly be going on is that people are still holding the coins, whether they're early investors or whatever they're doing. They're realizing this is just doing a meager bounce. It's not going bullish. It's going to continue to go down. It's going to cascade down even more and more because they're going to sell, and it's going to drop it all the way back down. And Kusama could do a round trip back down to $3, even $1. All right, guys, that's the reality of it. That's reality. That's what I'm be looking for. Let's see if I'm going to be wrong on that one. Okay. $5 to $3 would be my target. So 25 to $5 on Kusama, guys, once this is all sussed out. So I'm going to watch the bounce, right, on Kusama. I'm going to go over here to KSM because that's where the money's going to be made. Like, in an real altcoin season, guys, you can't even keep up with the 10s and 20Xs. They're like everywhere. They're just popping off all over the places. So you want to be bullish. But in this instance, when most of the coins are going to be like, you're going to have the path of least resistance is going to be to the downside. You're going to have, oh, here's my 3Xs, here are my 5Xs, but they're going down. So that's what's going to be happening. So here's Kusama, right? I'm looking at Kusama and testing this area right here. Okay, still flirting with that area. And I got to hoping for a little bounce to this pink box area, 28 or something like that. And once it gets down, this is going to drop, guys, significantly. Let me put it on a logarithmic to see it a little bit better. Okay, this is going to drop significantly. And look at this. This thing already has lower. It already came up with the weekly lower fib targets, 18, 10, and 5 potentially. So looking for a bounce on Bitcoin. All this is still looking bearish. It might get up to say 29 or 30. And this, once Bitcoin goes into a correction, it's just gonna go like this. And then the folks that are in this, they're gonna start figuring out that, hey, this is just gonna go to $1. They're gonna sell. That's what's gonna happen, guys, with that asset, in my opinion. So it's unfortunate. I don't want it to be like that, but that's a reality. I'm gonna take what the market gives me, and bullish on Bitcoin and a lot of these altcoins. I'm not bullish on. I'm not bullish on these suckers anytime. They need to go still looking for bottoms. There's other coins I'm bullish on. Digibyte's bullish. There's a few others that are out there. I can't think off the top of my head, but the big ones, XLM is looking good. XRP is looking, I would say decent. I don't think it looks great. I really don't like XRP's chart, guys, but XLM's charts looks a lot better. Digibyte was another one that I could think off the top of my head. And, smaller coins I showed you guys before that have the potential to do some serious runs, but they're going to be, an anomaly. And as I mentioned in my previous videos, is that I think there's going to be such there's lack of liquidity in the altcoin market, and there's such small participants in the market that they're all going to go over to one spot and be pumping these coins like they're doing with Telegram bots. They did with the meme coins. Now they're doing Telegram bots. Concentrations over there, liquidity to pump those. And then that'll be done in like 30, 60 days or something like that. And it's going to be on to somewhere else, guys, during this time. Okay. In the meantime, your average everyday participants will look at this. Okay. So I also explained this too. I said, if this does this, then Bitcoin is really going to rocket up. Okay. Bitcoin is going to be probably going to the moon if the NASDAQ does that. It didn't do it. Did it? It didn't do it. That was my mistake back here, thinking that could happen. It's not doing it. But your everyday participants, especially when this breaks all-time highs, and they go look at Bitcoin, and then they're going to think the train of thought is going to be, oh yeah, it's going to 100K, guys. It's going to 100K. And you know what's going to be? A trap. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.